Hey everybody, welcome back to my BakeLikeAPro YouTube channel. In today's really fun video, we're going to make cinnamon buns. A super easy recipe. Let's get started with the ingredients. 2 cups or 300 grams of all-purpose flour, a half a cup or 125 grams of milk, a quarter cup or 50 grams of granulated white sugar, 3 tablespoons or 45 grams of melted butter, 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of salt, 2 teaspoons or 10 grams of instant yeast, and our last ingredient, 1 large egg. So those are the ingredients. Let's get started. To my mixing bowl, I'm going to get in all of my all-purpose flour. All-purpose flour is also called plain flour in many countries. To that, I'm going to add in my yeast. Give that a little bit of a stir. That's good. My granulated sugar and my salt. Let's give that another stir. That's good. Our milk. Our large egg. That's good. And our melted butter. And I'm using salted butter. If you want to use unsalted, you can. Okay, that's good. So that's it for the ingredients. Let's get this on the mixer and start kneading. For today's recipe, I am using the spiral dough hook. We'll get that down. I'll get my machine going. Just speed number 1 to get this all moving. Increase it a little bit. That looks good. And now I'm going to let this go for about 7 minutes and then I'll come back. Hey everybody, my 7-minute timer just went off. That dough looks really nice. Look at that. Very nice and smooth. So I'm going to remove it from the mixer and then I'll be back. So there's my bowl, nice and clean. Look at this nice dough. Look at this. Doesn't stick to my hands, but it's not too dry either. So I'm just going to fold all this together, just like I do with my pizza dough. And then flip it over. Just make a nice little ball out of it. That is nice. And then I have a bowl here that I have already sprayed with a little bit of oil. We're just going to take that nice ball now and just place that in there, and now we've got to let it rise. And then I'm just going to place some plastic wrap over our bowl, give it a good stretch, and that is it. And now we just have to let it sit here until it starts to rise. Depending on your room temperature, this could take half an hour, it could take 45 minutes, it could take an hour. All I want to do is just get a nice little rise on our dough, and then we'll be off to the next step. Hey everybody, this is about an hour later. I'll just remove my plastic, and you can see my dough has gotten a little bit bigger, so that's nice. So I'm going to get some flour down on my work table. Use enough flour because you don't want your dough sticking. I'm going to get out my nice dough, get that right on there. Oh, that is nice. And then a little bit on the top. And then we're going to start rolling this out. Now you can roll it out as thin or as thick as you want. There is no rule. If you roll it out larger, then you're going to have more layers. But if you want fewer layers and a little bit more dough, you know, between each layer, then don't roll it out as much. You can see how nice that dough is. So you kind of want to get as close to a rectangle as you can and lift that up. You see how easy that is when you get enough flour underneath, you don't have to worry too much about it sticking. That's nice. Nice and easy. This is so relaxing. I think that's pretty good. Okay, I've just lifted my camera up just to get a better view of what I'm doing here. So if I just tilt this up, you can see how thin that is. That's nice. I've got soft butter here, and then I'm just going to start putting little pats of butter everywhere. I find this is the easiest way to go. You just scoop it up on the bottom, and then just get it on there and then spread it. Just on and push. And if your butter is warm, this makes it extremely easy. Do not try this with cold butter, it won't work. So I didn't give any ingredient amounts for this part because this depends on how much you want to put on. If you want more butter, spread it on. So I'm not going to give any ingredient amounts for this because everybody's going to do this slightly in a different way. Somebody might say, oh, you're being a little bit stingy on the butter, add more. Somebody might say that's too much butter. Well, let's just get that on. I just want to make sure that I cover the whole thing really nicely. So edge to edge. So I'll keep doing this. I'll come back when I'm done. But you can basically see what I'm doing. I'm scooping on the bottom of the palette knife, the little spatula, and then just pushing it along. Kind of put it at a little bit of an angle so that you don't ruin the dough. So if you tilt it like this as you're going forward, you could rip the dough. So you want to kind of keep it like this. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then our next step, brown sugar. So I'm just using a light brown sugar. You can use whatever you want. And now you just want to start spreading this all over. I'm just reaching into my bag and just pulling it out. So nothing fancy, you just want to get lots of brown sugar all over this. Just scoop it up and just sprinkle it on. And if you've got little clumps, don't worry about it. You can put it through a sieve if you want. I'm just going very quick here. So again, everybody's going to be different with the amount of brown sugar that they're putting on. And somebody might not even want to use brown sugar. Might want to use white granulated sugar instead. But you just want to get enough on. I think that looks good. Let's get all those little areas. If you want, you can just break down the brown sugar. Just give it a squeeze with your fingers. And that'll just break it down all the way around. Oh, this is already smelling really good. So that looks really good. I think I've got enough on there. And then cinnamon. So now I'm just going to start sprinkling this all over. You can see how easy this recipe is. I mean, this isn't any harder than making pizza dough or little loaves of bread. Just a few more steps. But once you start doing this, you'll get really good at it. I have made this recipe. This is my 4th time now in about 2 weeks. Okay, that looks good. Again, the amount of cinnamon that you want to put on, that's up to you. And then you just want to grab an edge Get that edge locked in, so just roll it over, just like that. And then slowly just twist it. Just like this. If you were doing a Swiss roll type of cake, this is exactly the same technique that you would be using. A lot of people will use a towel for that type of cake. Just helps out with the rolling. There we go. Just like that. Now you could have rolled the other way as well. Doesn't really matter. That looks good, just like that. So I have a 9-inch diameter pan here. This is equal to 23 centimeters. And I have oiled it. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to start cutting all of these up. You grab your knife. Make sure I'm on camera here. How's that? Let me move that down here. And again, no rules. Just put them exactly the way you want them. You want them larger, cut larger. About that is nice. I'm just getting them right in there, just like that. Just get them on, nice and easy. And if you want to keep these super round, you can use a piece of thread. You just take your thread, you put it underneath, bring it up, fold it on itself, and just give a little pull, and it does a really nice job. Just get those in there. Just like that. Looks good. Okay, get that one in there. That's nice. Then you got the rest of that sugar cinnamon. You can just sprinkle that on. And that's it for this step. So at this point, you want to cover this with some plastic wrap or a towel, and you want to let them sit there until you see a little bit of a rise happening on your cinnamon rolls. I am just going to cover mine with a little bit of plastic wrap, just like that. If your kitchen is on the cool side, you can do that and then just cover it with a tea towel. And I'll show you another little trick that sometimes I use. If your room is a little bit cold, you can use something like this. This is a little heat mat. And you can get these on Amazon. You get that going, and you just place your tray right on there, and you are ready to go. And you can just leave that on there. This will not burn anything, and it will just slightly warm them up, which is perfect because yeast loves warmer temperatures. This little model here is rated at 8 watts, so it uses basically no electricity, but it just keeps everything nice and warm. So you can do that just like that, and then cover it up. And you could have done this also on your first rise, where we took the dough out of the mixture and let the dough rise. So at this point, I'm going to leave these here about 45 minutes, and then I'll be back. All right, this is about 45 minutes later. I can't wait any longer. Let's just lift that off. These are ready for the oven. So I'm going to just remove my little heating pad. That's good. So now I'm going to bake my cinnamon buns in my 350 degree Fahrenheit oven, which is 177 degrees Celsius, for about 25 minutes. Hey everybody, I am back, and I baked my cinnamon buns for 25 minutes. These just came out of the oven, but I want to just give a little bit of a spin here just so you can see all parts of that. Ooh, I can feel the heat coming through on my hand there. But look at this. It smells so good in here. If I grab it here and just tilt it up, you can see how nice those are. They're really puffed up. super nicely. So all that's left to do is just let these cool, and then you're going to cut one out and have a nice cup of tea or coffee. And to finish these off, you can do just a regular glaze, or if you're a little bit more fancy, you can do a nice cream cheese frosting. Hey everybody, my little cinnamon buns have completely cooled at this point. So let's just get into one and see what they look like on the inside. I'll just scoop one out. Oh, look at this. That looks so good. Get it onto a plate. And while they were cooling, I just whipped up some cream cheese frosting. So I'll flip that around so you can see it here. If you want to see me making this, I'll put a link to it underneath this video in the description box. So look at that. Hopefully you can see that. Check this out. You can see how nice and fresh, moist that is. Really, really nice. I'm going to take a little bit of this frosting. Look at this frosting. Super easy to make. You can make this in about 3 minutes. Not going to take a lot, maybe about that much. Just get it on the top. Oh, this looks good. Look at that. Oh, that frosting smells amazing too because there is pure vanilla extract in there as well. Well, somebody has to do it, and it is me who is going to be taste testing this. Look at this. If I just break it apart, maybe this will be good just to show you what it looks like on the inside. Look at this. Oh, amazing. I'm going in for a little bite. Oh, that is so good. So delicious. Amazing. Super moist, nice and sweet, and that butter and that brown sugar and that cinnamon. Oh, just amazing. Everything that you want in a cinnamon bun. So that's it for this video. You can see how easy it is to make cinnamon buns. I hope you try these out soon. So that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you wish. And if you're on Facebook, I'm also over there at BakeLikeAPro. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Oh. Wow. That is so good. And please subscribe to my BakeLikeAPro YouTube channel, and also click that notification bell to be alerted every time I upload a brand new video. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. On the screen now, you can choose a video to watch, or you can also click and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you once again for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it.